Welcome to EOC. Glad you tuned in today. Watch that clip.
Fresno Economic Opportunities Commission consists of programs dedicated to helping communities thrive in Fresno County and beyond.
We are a pathway for individuals to be able to go into the construction industry. We're working with people that are considered the most hardest to serve. I like to say in the sense they're people that have basically been left behind. This program is basically helping them become immediately self-sufficient.
I had a history of bad decision making when I was younger. I ended up going to prison.
When they go through the soft skill development portion of the program, it's called Thinking for Change, and it's helping them take a look at where their life is now and the choices, to start thinking about the choices that they've made. And sometimes some of those choices have not been good ones.
When I came home, I had already made up my mind that I wanted to do right, but didn't necessarily have the tools.
A lot of the offender populations, there isn't a lot of programs that are out there for them. So the majority of their lifespan as adults now, they have been working in jobs that have been minimum wage. So they're never really capable of getting out of poverty, because a lot of these individuals also have families of 2 and 3 children. So to know that they can come through the Valley Apprenticeship Connections program and go through this program in 12 weeks, and then all of a sudden they're making apprenticeship entry-level wages that are 17, 19, the cement masons $31.60 an hour, is life-changing for them.
I realized it was something special. I mean, the motivation that they put, they gave us the affirmation that we were good enough, that whatever problems that we had, whatever we thought would limit us to get a great career, that was in the past, that this wasn't gonna stop here.
I had nothing, and to where I'm at now, I'm very proud of myself. It's hard work, but it's something that a lot of girls should look into, and if I can do it, anybody can.
We're also making sure, though, that they get some financial literacy, though, too, because we want them to start looking at buying houses and becoming sustainable.
A big part of the curriculum was having to deal with people on the job, having to problem solve with or conflict resolution.
And they started training you how to represent yourself.
They know that we have been talking all along about long-term careers, not just a job.
I got the opportunity to join this program, and them training me and getting where I am right now. It's been an awesome ride.
Right away, I'm not living check to check anymore.
Your wants will be satisfied, your needs will be satisfied. It will definitely change your life.
Mm-hmm. Hi, welcome to EOC Neighborhoods Fresno. Thank you for tuning in. We're running a little bit late. It seems like Facebook is trying to get, I guess we're talking a little more juice or whatever they call it.
I guess that's what it is.
So we're having a little difficulties. Today, I just wanted our panelist, Nikki, is here. She's going to be going on vacation pretty soon. I thought it was this week, but no. I invited a trainee, someone that's coming on show with us, and he's going to be working, learning all about the TriCaster. He's going to work with EOC, and he is representing Fresno State area?
Yes.
Neighborhood?
Yes, Fresno State area.
Why don't you let everybody know your name?
Hello, my name is Doc, aka upcoming producer, song singer, dancer. I do hair. I love videos. I love being on panels. I love being in front of the camera. As you see, I'm very wild, very eccentric, have tattoos. And I'm just an upcoming producer with Doc TV 33, launching my own TV show here pretty soon. And Yosoi here has graciously let me come on board and learn and take me under their wing and to help me do the right things and the right procedures, steps, and the people. And I thank you very much for that opportunity. Really,
there you go.
I do.
You're welcome, and we're happy you're on here. being a target for today. And don't forget, you're going to help us next month a couple of times too.
Yes, I'll go 2-3 times. I'll be gone that 4th week in July.
Please don't stay away too long.
Family reunion.
And to our guests, we need to introduce our guests. Today we have Brandon Baines, and he's with the EOC, the local Fresno Economic Opportunities Commission, and he is the head, he heads up the Valley Apprenticeship Connections. And Brandon, why don't you give us a little background as to how long you've been here in the Fresno area? And
Yes, well, I actually started with Valley Apprenticeship Connections back in 2015 when they were on East Street before Economics Opportunities Commission adopted us. And in 2016, we moved there. And we've put through several. I think we're on about our 10th cohort right now with DSS, Department of Social Services, and we have a really good placement ratio going.
okay, but did you grow up here in Southwest?
I did not. Actually, I'm from Los Angeles. I didn't come here to Fresno until the end of 2012, beginning of 2013.
Oh,
Yep.
what neighborhood did you grow up in Los Angeles?
I don't know if you're familiar. It's called Windsor Hills. It's right next to Culver City.
Okay.
It's right there, kind of in the center of everything. You have the beach and the LAX and the mall.
El
really close.
Segundo,
Yeah.
the beach, Redondo.
Yeah, 15 minutes from everything.
Right.
Yes.
Culver City is a pretty nice little city.
It
Nice
is.
party
yeah.
town.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
If you listen to a lot of hip hop music, you'll probably hear something about Fox Hills Mall on there.
Oh, yes.
All the celebrities get to go
Go to
there.
Fox
and
Hill Mall.
I've personally met a lot of celebrities there myself.
Good place to be.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So that was your stomping ground, as they say, where you grew up.
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay.
Yep.
And then your brother was a city council person?
Yes,
here?
I have a brother that lives here. He's been here for quite a while. He's laid a great footprint with the community. He was with the police department for quite a while. And
Oh, he was a police officer.
Yep,
Yes.
he sure was. He was a
Or
police
councilman.
officer.
Yeah.
Really?
Very good.
The
Oliver
community
Baines.
liked him, and he thought that it was time that he made some changes in the community. So he ran for city council, and I think that he did a good job while he was there.
Okay, good.
On the west side, I liked them.
Always on the west side, girl.
Hey, west side of west side.
Give your brother's name.
Oh, my brother is Oliver Baines,
There you go.
city councilman in District 3 the past 8 years, but he did step down this January. He timed out.
Yes.
Well, very
True
good.
that, true that.
Glad to hear it.
Glad for his help.
Yes. So give us a little background now on this Valley Apprenticeship.
Yeah, so Valley Apprenticeship Connections is actually a program that Oliver started himself.
Okay.
He was looking at the community. He saw that, over the next several years, we're going to be building up the infrastructure. We're going to be redoing the infrastructure, so to speak, all throughout the country. And one of those main things that'll happen is the rebuilding of the railroad tracks and building the high-speed rail.
Right.
He actually sat on a board while he was in city council where he was able to go and see how they were going to put all this stuff together. And so he was really interested in getting people involved in building the high-speed rail. So that's how everything started. It kind of created and mushroomed into a much larger scope of a program than just working on the high-speed rail. That was the initial thought, but then he realized that there's a lot more work to be done in the valley other than just the high-speed rail, which is where we really stuck our roots in.
Right.
Good. So he created this whole program was created by him initially, or
Yes.
it's just kind of
Snowball.
No, he
Piece by-
did. He
put it together.
put the program together.
Okay.
It was not easy because there wasn't anything like it, so he kind of had to, as you say, piece it together and create a lot of
Okay.
different things that would work with the rules and the games that they already have in place.
okay. So now I know I met you over at the Broken Community.
Bringing broken neighborhoods back to
Okay,
life.
yeah, and a police chief mentioned it the other day. He said it's been around for like 15 to 18 years.
Yes.
Okay, and I noticed when you did mention it and mention your program, you were saying that our particular area is so kind of spread out, Central California, Central Valley, is so spread out,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of folks that are kind of getting left behind, and they're not getting some of this training that we're going to need for this infrastructure, and you've zeroed in on all of the trades. A lot of tradesmen have gone away.
Oh yeah, and if you look at it, you've seen over the years that high schoolers aren't learning the trades. Wood shops.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I graduated high school in 2000.
Had it.
Wood shops were not there. Well, they were there, but nobody was taking it.
Home ec. They're
Home
taking
ec.
everything out.
Yeah.
It's-
I mean,
was
you've got a
they
typing
worked on
class.
cars. They worked on cars back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, City
Right.
College, I don't know if they still have their.
They still have
auto-
They have
program.
a great program at City College. In
And
fact,
Wheatley does too.
yeah, you can
Wheatley.
get your car fixed there for free.
Right.
There you
And
go.
also dental.
Well, gee, I better go take mine there.
Oh, you said dental? Hold on. Shocks, brakes, tires? Okay.
But you got to finish high school or get your high school education down, and there's no trade there.
Yeah, you know what's really, really fortunate with Valley Apprenticeship Connections and in the union trades, period, a lot of them are still open to those who have not finished their GED work. And people don't know this. And I literally have students that come to our program, they've never made more than minimum wage or maybe
right.
just tiptoe over it, right?
Right.
And the average student that comes out of our program, we've run the data, comes out at $22.32. That's just the average.
That's
An hour.
fabulous.
An hour. That's
Per
good.
hour.
That's
And we're
good.
not talking crumbs because this is a large range of people. A lot of our students are finding work at $50 an hour because of prevailing wages, which some people are not aware of.
Now, go ahead.
Honestly, I think I'm going to sign up with you right now after the show. I mean, I'm ready. I mean, sorry, people, I love the camera, but
Yeah,
it's
so
true.
the trades are, again, tell us what's offered.
Oh, well, our number one go-to, because they accept such a wide range of people, are the laborers union. Everybody in our program, at the end of the 12 weeks when they do our construction program, they take an assessment with the laborers, and if they're ready, if they score well, they can be put on that call list.
Wow. Yes.
However, everything else is open to them. We go and we introduce them, and they get to spend the day with the iron workers, the pipe fitters, electrical union, the heavy equipment operators. They come out there, they talk to them, they give them a chance. And what's really nice is during the program, there's a week that they do nothing but certifications. And they get a chance to spend that whole time with a laborers union journeyman who actually gives the instruction.
Wow.
At
That's
that point,
exciting.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
They can be sitting there smoozing them and getting his information and passing information so that they can get a job.
And the certifications you're talking about are?
Oh, so you get the OSHA 10, you have first aid, CPR, workspace safety, confined workplace, and your flagging, which some of these are certificates that people that have been in the industry for a few years, they don't have them. And to get them on your own, the combination of those could cost over, $2,000 or so.
Wow.
So it's really expensive.
That's great.
Did you say how long the program is, the apprenticeship?
I'm sorry, it runs for 12 weeks.
Okay.
However, I do want to let you know we have a new program that's going to run for 15 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And this is centered on manufacturing and mechanics. This program is really, really nice.
What kind of mechanics are you talking about?
Warehouse, you're going to be building, equipment, you're going to be building tools, things that you'll use inside of manufacturing. So the initial courses, if you don't mind me taking a peek here, they're going to be introduced to the trade mathematics, pneumatics, which is, pressure on your air, hydraulic fundamentals, power transmissions, welding, electrical fundamentals. These are things that once you learn them, no one can ever take them away. You can go to another country
Anywhere.
and make money.
Any robotics
really?
coming in, or any of those that they use the computer pads so they bring out the...
Artificial intelligence in here?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I don't know. I don't want to lie.
government. It's the government.
But they do. I mean, they do have program controllers, so I know they will dibble and dabble in some of those areas, but I don't know how much of that they've already developed.
Yes.
What demographic do you cater to in all these programs? Like, what backgrounds of life? Where do they come from?
Yes, I'm so glad you said that because Oliver, when he set out to do this program, he was really concerned about those living in our depressed communities here in Fresno.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize it, but Fresno ranks number 2 in the United States as far as extreme poverty areas. And do you know number 1 is Bakersfield?
That's right.
They're right around the
Really?
corner from us, and we make all the food. But don't let me carry on with that. We're going to go ahead and make sure that everybody in our communities get a chance at this, because when these prevailing wage jobs come in, you have companies that are from other states that they're bidding on these jobs, and they bring their men from Arizona, Washington,
Right.
Las Vegas, anywhere but here. So while Oliver was council member, he put together, some bills, and they wanted to make sure that 50% of the employment that was done on these jobs, which a lot of them are prevailing wage jobs that pay $50 and $60 sometimes an hour, 50% of them had to be occupied by Fresno residents.
And there's an oversight committee.
Part of their funding.
Is there?
Yes.
Yes.
Got
There's
you.
some
Good.
oversight, somebody to make sure that this happens.
Yeah, well, I'm not that.
Safeguards.
I'm not that well versed in that part.
Okay.
We're not there
but
yet.
but I do know that that happened some time ago, and I hope that they're really making sure that it is taking place.
sure.
I can tell you, we place our students, and I say last year, 93% of our students were placed.
Wow.
About how many
Wow.
students do you take through one of
year.
your 12 or 15 week programs?
Right. So the program typically has a class of, we'll accept 25 in a class. We just expanded it to 40.
Oh,
Right. So and typically we will run 2 classes at the same time. We'll have a class for Department of Social Services and maybe a class for State Center. Now we've combined our classes, so we don't really have to worry about 2 separate classes. We can bring them all together, do it under one umbrella, and we do about 4 of those classes combined that way a year. So you're looking at about 180 students approximately
Not bad.
to go through the program.
wow, that's great. Now this is mostly done downtown area, or?
Oh yeah, so if you guys haven't seen us in the neighborhood, which I hope you guys do if you're up early in the morning, we're out there exercising. We're the guys with the yellow and orange vest on, the lime green. We're downtown, right there on H Street in Mariposa in the giant 1900 Mariposa building for EOC.
That's across from what park?
Oh, we're right there at Chichanzi. It's right behind
Park.
us.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, Chancey.
Yeah, you sure do.
And have we talked about the cost?
Oh, well, we haven't. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
There is no cost. There's no cost.
None of the students pay?
None of the students pay. Not a
What
dollar.
if I have a felony or misdemeanor, though, and I have a criminal background? Does that count me out?
Well, no.
I thought you were going to say yes. I was like, thank you. So there's somewhere I can go with the background and let's say, not quite so good childhood and still finish some hopes and dreams and still be a successful and part member of the society, right?
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to tell you, there is one crime that is excluded, which is sex offending. If there's a sex offender, they're not going to get hired in. And the reason why is a lot of the jobs are close to areas where sex offenders can't be. Parks,
Sure,
schools,
school.
playgrounds, and
You
things of
gotta
that
keep the world
nature.
safe.
Right. So it's too much hassle to try to fit that in there. But I literally have had men that were in prison for 16, 20 years. They come out, they thought they would never get out. And somehow they end up getting married after the class. They
right
buy
on.
homes.
Have a
I promise
family.
you. Oh
Very
my
good,
goodness.
very
There's
good.
this one guy in my very first class that I taught. He was so impressive. He came every day. He jogged in front of the class during PE. He finished. He got married. A little while after the class finished, the bank was calling our program from the underwriters department.
Really?
He was in the middle of buying a home.
Wow.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
Locked up for
Success
16
story.
years, and less than
Wow.
a year after that happens, he finishes the program, and he's buying a home.
Cool.
There is hope, people. You need to check them
Changed
out.
his whole life.
Yes,
Yes.
there's hope.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
fabulous. So now, since you're doing so well, this has been in existence how many years now?
2015, so we're going 4 years now.
4 years? Has anybody approached you, private money, to do another
how you
duplicate?
funded? How are you funded?
Well, funny enough, And I heard someone introduce me as the head. I'm not the head. I do outreach. Oliver handles the funding, and we don't have problems so much with that because the mechanisms that he's using with the contracts is coming through Department of Social Services. We have a contract with probation, and so when those people see what's going on, they're convinced that this is a good deal. They end up fronting funds so that their, probation students or DSS recipients can go through the course.
Okay.
So Department of Social Services, literally, they cut checks to our students for gas, for equipment that they might need to get started.
Perhaps the licensing
really good.
For
also.
the licensing, sometimes they need help getting a license, and we help them get the license.
That's exciting.
So
So,
that's your targeted population coming right out of social services and all of that.
Yes.
Oh.
So the District 3, which is downtown area, west side, that's where Oliver's district was, and that's where he was concentrating this. This is why these programs don't require you to have a GED or diploma. This is why these programs don't require that you have a fresh, clean record. So
there's inclusion. More
there's
people can be
inclusion. We're
included.
trying to figure out ways to include people. We do drug tests. However, the first drug test, we're going to look at the screen and we're going to see, if there's something going on. If there's something going on, we want to keep people. We give them outpatient therapy. That is a way for them to continue into our program.
Look at you trying to clean up the streets in more than one way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, most people, I can't tell you the percentage, but most people, they don't fail their second one. They don't fail.
Oh, they get a
They
second
usually clean it
chance.
up. We test them in the beginning, and we test them toward the end, and it's totally random. And if they fail the first one, we look at what it was, and if the levels are high and off, by the time the second one comes around and they're done their therapy, then we can say, okay, you were this high at this date, now you've dropped down, good and faithful person, go ahead and let's go find you a job.
there you go.
That's like the
There you
before and
go.
the after.
Yeah.
Right.
So they know, they're concerned, they're
They're
appreciative.
relieved. Yeah, they're relieved. Like, oh my goodness, I can get a job. A lot of people come in the program afraid that I've made a mistake. I've had several people come in and say, hey, you know what? I've used some street drugs. I'm not very proud of it. And then turn around, go back out and make $70,000, $80,000 inside of 9 months. Come back with check stubs to prove it and show the class. This is why we have people
Success
signing
story.
up continuously, because our students come back and say, hey, look, everybody, I made $10,000 this month. Please, can you guys do the right thing and make sure you go out there and get hired?
Stick to it.
And
You're good. I'm signing up. I'm sorry. Stop by, you guys.
and they can the contact. How will they get in touch?
There's a phone number at the bottom of the flyer that we have here. They can call our front desk and speak to the receptionist. It's 559-263-1110. Again, that number is 559-263-1110. You can also just come straight into the office. We're at 1900 Mariposa Street. We're in the third level at Suite 350. We're not hard to find. We occupy almost the whole third side level. So please come in. You'll have a blast in the program, and you'll get in shape too.
Well, now, is it specific to Fresno County or Fresno City, or does it go through the 10 counties that make up Central California?
Oh yeah, so we stretch out. We usually have people coming in from maybe Selma, sometimes Madera, but it is a rigorous program. It starts at 7 a.m. It ends at 2 p.m. If your math is not up to snuff, we have you stay after for tutoring. So with all of those hours, for someone traveling from another town,
Too far.
people usually don't want to travel beyond 30 minutes,
Yes.
is what I find.
Yes.
Do you provide meals?
Yes.
I mean, you provide my gym workout. You gonna provide my protein shake too?
That's a nice try.
Yeah. So do you think maybe, Oliver, you two would think about maybe getting one out like Sanger area, Huron area?
There's been talk of that type of expansion.
I can hear you.
Sanger is not that far.
No, Sanger's not far. We actually have students that come from Sanger. I have a student in class right now. He comes from Sanger. He gets there an hour early every day That's the kind of commitment that these
Right.
programs deserve. And when he gets done, he's probably going to get a really, really good job for a very long time.
And that's what he really, really gets.
He deserves it.
It's really, really true. We're not lying. This is a real program. Come join.
Yes,
It
this is
sounds too good to
exciting.
be true, honestly. A lot of
Honestly,
people,
yeah.
when I'm handing them the flyer and they hear the information, sometimes it goes right over their head because they're not really listening. But when they listen to what it actually is, they're like, wait a minute, you sure it doesn't require a diploma? Or are you sure that, if I fail my drug test, I can still be there? Yes, yes, yes. Are you sure that you can be, a criminal and have a background? Yes. I have an office in the probation office. We accept those people.
Which camp are you shipping us off to? Because that's my next question. Like, once I get to that door, it's too good to be true.
Oh yeah, I had a older gentleman today in our class, and he's a really good guy, and he probably deserves it without the class. But because he's in the class, he's doing so well. We give them a progress report every week. We test them every week, so they're able to take this to their probation officer and show them.
Yes.
And the probation officer is so impressed that they're gonna probably, help him get out of there early.
Got you guys. Nice
Oh,
way.
our probation
That's
early.
wonderful. That's
So it
wonderful.
says here,
Very good.
18 and over, have a driver's license or be able to obtain one.
Right. So I find a lot of our kids don't have driver's licenses right at 18. However, if they're able to get it, if they don't have more than one DUI or something like that completely stops them from driving on the road,
Right.
we will accept them. If they haven't gotten it yet, but they just don't know how to drive, we've had students that apply for the program, run down there, they can get their license. It's possible. Don't let that stop you from getting a real career.
I got mine at 30. Yes, I got my license at 30.
Now, do you help clean up the records or give them extra help with that type of situation?
That's kind of
We
up
don't.
there.
No?
Huh?
Yeah,
Do you
that-
send them down the street to somebody that?
We have a referral.
There you go.
And I have a contact and it's right around the corner of its office, and I can't recall the name right now, but I'll look it up, that they can go and they can have a lot of their record expunged. Angie Isaac down at the police department actually told me last week that they want to have people coming in to have that done. There's ways of cleaning that record up and getting a lot of things removed that shouldn't be on there. It's almost
Okay.
like credit now.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I mean, I like tattoos, but sometimes employers don't want to see certain types of tattoos, and you send them, refer them out to people
Do you
that can
accept
help.
somebody like me? Can I go home with you?
Oh man, let me tell you,
Please?
we've had several students have way more tattoos on their face and throughout
Because
their
this
whole
is
body.
not a Sharpie.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something really impressive about tattoos. We have a guy that comes in to see our class from the electrical union, and he's probably in his late 30s, early 40s, but he comes in with short sleeve polo shirt usually, and full sleeve tat, looks like he should be probably, a roughneck, somebody that didn't have a high paying job. And one of the first things he tells our class is, you know what, this is a very high paying job. I don't go and move unless I'm getting paid $150 an hour. And it just blows my mind. Now, he lives up north in the Bay Area where the wages are a little bit higher.
Right.
But, I mean, these are the numbers that somebody with probably 50
Tattoos.
tattoos on his body,
Used
they
to.
can get these.
Yeah.
These guys are talking $200,000, $250,000, $300,000 sometimes inside of a year.
Wow.
More than what you would get for being a doctor or lawyer.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
all you
I'm
need to do
impressed.
is focus, show up, sign up with you,
Yeah. Valley
and pretty much
Apprenticeship.
follow directions.
And work out in the morning. Don't forget the workout every morning.
Eat your Wheaties.
Well, that's a good thing because you're getting them a full, get in shape.
Oh, yeah.
The routine of it all,
It's tough.
yeah.
And the work requires someone that can work a physically demanding job, continuously pick up 50 pounds over and over.
Right.
That's not me. I can pick up this paper. That's it.
Manufacturing mechanic program. That's a nice trade.
It is.
Yeah, well,
EOC.
I like it that you've included manufacturing. Now, some of the manufacturing companies that we have here locally are what? Give us an idea real quick.
Now, I don't want to be a spoiler, so I can't tell you which companies we have picked out, but Fresno City has some companies selected that will be cherry picking out of that class. So once the class is complete after the 15 weeks, you'll be able to, you rest assured that there's going to be some companies that are going to pick the 25 students and give them a job in the industry that will pay somewhere in that rate.
But the type of manufacturing, are they making wheels? Are they making rubber gauntlets? What type of manufacturing is it?
Let me not lie to you and let me give you a list. I have a list of actual manufacturing positions that they will be able to get.
In the meantime, you said welding and electrical, hydraulics.
Yeah. So,
They're going to be able to do a lot of industrial stuff after this
right,
program.
I'm just trying to give them a for instance, so the people out there, the audience, would have an idea of what if they come to his door, what they could pursue.
Hydraulics, mechanics,
Right.
industrial machines,
Yeah.
the CAT machines,
I mean,
stuff like that.
there's CAD,
Well, I'm sorry.
engineering.
There's such a long list.
Yeah, it's huge.
Industrial machining, production planning. It looks like separating and filtering, clarifying.
Oh, wow.
Steel machine setters. Electrical engineering techs. Computer-controlled machine tools. Electrical and commercial tools. And that's just for the manufacturing, but then it also bends into agricultural and water environment jobs that you're going to be able to qualify for as well.
I mean, with this area changing, it's growing. We have solar. We're building more houses. Everyone's trying. We need homes, but we also need other buildings for expansion of schools and other types of industry. I mean, this cannot continue to stay strictly agricultural anymore. We have a lot more people coming into the area. So this type of training, you can still get that training, get a job, and stay here if your family is here.
Oh, absolutely.
And it'll grow over time. You'll grow into other positions that might become available.
Well, and then what a lot of people don't realize too is these jobs set you up so that you can be an entrepreneur. One of the things that this manufacturing mechanic program is it actually teaches classes on business entrepreneurship so that you can go into these companies with the idea that one day I'm going to be a general contractor and I'm going to be the man bidding for this project, so forth and so on, and
Okay.
provide the team of people.
So it opens your mind to everything.
It's broad.
This is
There you
exciting.
go.
Oh my God, you make me want to quit my job right now.
Very exciting.
This is
Yes.
great.
exciting,
Well, I
yeah.
really appreciate you coming on to share the information.
Thank
And
you.
I hope that you get your class, you're taking class now, you're getting signups for class now,
a new
right?
Oh,
one.
absolutely.
A new one, you
Classes
say?
we're going to start on July
15
1st.
weeks.
Okay.
Yep, and it's going to be a 15-week program. We'll have another one right after that.
Okay.
So,
So how many, have you filled the seats for July 1st?
not yet. I
Okay.
don't know the exact count, but we are.
Get in there Monday.
We're getting there.
Get there,
We're
should get
getting
in there
there.
Monday.
So I don't know the exact count, but there's people signed up for the orientation.
Okay.
Don't
And
wait.
typically, I'm going to tell you, people get there and they realize, like, wow, this is serious. Sometimes they think, oh, it's just another program and I'll just go sit through it. No, this is serious.
Doing
It's
it,
career-based.
hands-on.
It's designed to make you work hard for it. So some people drop out.
Okay.
And I would highly encourage women to apply because
Yes.
women are too short. I mean, women are too small in that industry as far as numbers, and companies need them to apply.
And the ladies can do this work. Believe me, I lived in Southern California for more than 32 years, and I have ladies on the 405 freeway jumping off those big earth movers.
Oh, yeah.
And they're making $45 to $65
Aren't you
an hour.
bartending later? So
Yeah.
yeah, we can do everything, huh?
That's right. Right on.
Yes, get me a drink.
So I
Multiple
hate.
streams of income.
There you go.
I'm
So
glad you included the women. I
Yes.
wasn't sure women would be interested, but I know there's some out there, and don't miss this opportunity, is all I gotta say.
So please share this information with everyone and anyone.
All ages,
in
all
this-
races,
this
religions, we
valley.
don't care about
Even
your
if you're going to
background. Yes.
Fresno State, you can still have a side job. You got to pay for the tuition.
Gotta pay those bills somehow, honey.
Now, watch. You have an announcement real quick? We have about 3 minutes.
Okay, real quick. Last night was WAPA, Black Women Organized for Political Action. Had a real successful salute to sisterhood at the Ramada Inn. This is their 10th annual. So that went really well. And we've been talking about BWAPA for a minute. Also Juneteenth, which was not yesterday, but Saturday, it went off very well at Frank H. Ball Playground. That was the entertainment of Val Omar. He brought his 6-piece band from LA. And it was so good.
Yeah. It was a very busy night. So
right.
Yeah.
And one more.
Well, I wanted to do one more. I have 2 minutes, and I wanted to share with everyone this little thing that's bugging me in my head. Last night, Anita and I went out and filmed Jerry Dyer. And one of the things that came to mind is that, and I really, this is directed towards the ladies here. In Southern California, it's a whole different attitude, and I think the ladies here need to start grabbing the same attitude. We as women need to retrain the children that we have, okay? The male children, they need to start understanding that women, we need to be treated with respect, and we're equal, okay? And we don't need to have this, the machismo here in Fresno is very thick. I have quite a few business people that I've dealt with that they talk to you in a very demeaning manner, and I think that needs to stop. And it's been bugging me in my mind because I've been dealing with people that are very competitive in Southern California. We don't deal with this pettiness of man and woman, I should be under your thumb kind of thing. We don't even deal with that, okay? So I would like, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, I'm just making a suggestion to look at the situation you're in and say, no, I've had enough. I'm a big girl. I can do the same kind of job as you, and we need to talk to each other in a respectful manner. You don't tell me what to do. If I pay you as a business person $1,500, I expect you to do that job the way I want it, not how you want it. Okay? I'm sorry. I just had to get it off my chest.
Well said.
Small chest. But
So
anyway.
basically, women, hear you roar. You are equal to us. We are few of many, but we talk for the collective because we're here, and one day you can be where we're at and talk about the same issues.
So
with that being said,
we love you.
Go women! Woo! Where's my pom-poms?
we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
This
Yes.
is Mickey.
And we're going to be talking about, we're going to have one of the officers here talking about, it's Male Month, all this month.
Male month.
Yes, because
Father's Month,
the Father's
Father's Day.
Day.
Oh, Father's Day.
I just got the memo. I was like, male month.
Man month. There we go.
Bottom line is, we're almost to the 4th of July, so he's going to come in and talk a little bit about the spot shooter. Is that what you call it, I think?
Shot caller.
No, they can
spotter.
identify, spot, right, if somebody's shooting off
Forensics.
a gun.
Forensics.
No, when
That's
somebody
the thing
shoots a
that's-
gun in Fresno,
they'll tell you where it's
shot
coming
and
from.
spot.
That's right. Okay,
We'll
so
tell you.
we look forward to seeing you next week, and thank you for allowing me to get rid of all that issue.
We love you. We love you. We never want to get rid of you. Don't mess with her. You got me to mess with.
Thank you, Brandon, for coming on.
Thank you,
for having me.
Brandon.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me.
All that
Honor.
wonderful
Appreciate it.
information.
Very good honor.
All right.
Thank you guys.